Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's so great to have all of you joining us here today. We got a great lineup for you. I hope all of you are doing well. I know that for many people right now, you're sort of getting ready to get into your summer, all of the above. And so we're just so thrilled to be able to come to you live as often as we do, reaching you with some of the most incredible people. And today is that show, Spiritual and Emotional Healing. How can it transform your life? With Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans joining me here today. Let me tell you a little bit about these folks. Well, Carol, for example, is somebody that has been out in the world saying yes to an amazing healing experience, not just in her life, but in the gifts that she brings to the world. She is known as a psychic visionary healer. I love that. You can get a sense of what that means, though, as you're kind of feeling that in right now, right? What she does is she helps people who are suffering, who are in pain, who have auras that are just absolutely not working for them, and helps them get right down to that hereditary spiritual DNA and get rid of those lifetime traumas, move through them, and be able to step into a fabulous, fabulous life. Today, you're going to hear where Carol learned some of this from, but what is it about her life at a very early age did she say yes to? And when you say yes to that, when you take a look at the big yes, and you look back at decades of experience that she has had with clients all over the world, then you get a sense of why this is a powerful show today. And the show that she is going to do with Suzanne is just going to rocket. So these two amazing women, Suzanne herself, a psychic intuitive healer, licensed Reiki master. So when you hear this, what I want everybody to get a sense of, this is a live call-in show for all of you today that get ready to that vibrational sound healing. Get ready to look at past life regression work. Get ready to feel the power of healing inside you as we look at these two amazing people who are passing on what they've learned generation after generation and are bringing it forward. What an amazing show we've got planned for all of you today. And you're going to hear about their hit show coming to Transformation Talk Radio. So here we go, everybody. Hey, Carol. Hey, Suzanne. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much. It is so awesome to be here. I am very excited and happy to be here.
I am very excited and happy too as well.
Wow. So, I love that both of you have come together to do this. I mean, it's very, when I sit here and I'm thinking about, what am I saying about that? How powerful is that, right? Mm-hmm. It's hard to imagine that you just wake up one day and there you are out in the world, working with people all over the globe, helping us see what we cannot see for ourselves, right? Because that's really the crux of a lot of things. And I wanted to ask each of you, in order to get to where you are today, to become you, right? Each of you, what are some of the challenges? What are some of the obstacles that each of you had to face and then overcome to bring you right here to this very moment?
Well, this is Carol. I'm going to start with the obstacles that you have to face are sometimes you're feeling emotions, people's hurt, people's pain, situations that you really don't know if you can approach them and talk to them about. You don't know if people are going to be open at that time, especially in the way that I experienced my gift. I was very young. So I'm feeling people's vibrations, I'm feeling people's emotion, and it's so challenging to be able to feel somebody's pain and feel it becoming one with your spiritual energy. So you have to learn how to divide that. You have to learn how to separate that as to, this is what this person is feeling, this is what this person is going through, and if it's being revealed to me, and if I can feel this, the universe would not be sending that through if there is not a reason and a solution. So sometimes one of the biggest challenges is just being able to separate yourself from what you feel and realize that it's coming to you for a reason. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense. And sometimes things come to us for a reason, and they don't always show up like we think that they should show up, right? I mean, it's hard to imagine this, but, sometimes for ourselves, we think everything is rose-colored glasses or sugar-coated, and maybe you're going through a trauma that you have to face and overcome. And on the other side of that is more juiciness than you can imagine, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Today's juicy too. We're having a juicy show today.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So Suzanne, how about you? What do you got going on here? Did you just say, look, I'm going to let Carol do all the work and I'm just going to show up here?
Oh, no, not at all, Dr. Pat.
Just joking on that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when it comes to obstacles of my gift, okay, so one of the obstacles that I experienced and had to overcome is learning to control my gift in certain environments, because I developed my gift and start noticing something was going on with me between the ages very young, between 9 and 12 years old. So I had to find a stable place within myself to learn how to turn on my gift, to turn off my gift, and the proper way to use my gift. So that was one of the obstacles that I went through, because there was times that I would be in a room, in a classroom, at a gathering as a child, and just feeling everybody's energy, feeling if they were sad, if they were happy, or what was going on in their personal life, feeling vibrations from their aura. So that was one of the obstacles that I would have to say that I really had to go through and learn how to become more stable with it, how to control my gift.
Wow.
Yeah, control and use. I think
and use, yes.
Yeah, control and use. I think that sums it up for both of us, because it's like you don't want to be feeling controlled by what you do all the time. You want to know that this is the time I'm using it, this is the time I'm not. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, well, I want to ask you, do you ever wake up some days, and I know we're going to talk about this. This is why I'm asking you these questions, because, we're talking about spiritual and emotional healing, right?
Yes.
How it can transform your life. And both of you work with countless people all over the globe. Today is a live call-in show, and I just want to say this before we get too far into talking about so many different things here, and then talking about your fabulous hit show. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. Today, people are going to call in, and they're going to want some guidance from you both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in particular information Mr. Benny should gather from them as we go into this and do it? I like doing it.
I like doing it too.
Yeah.
I think what people need to get across is their name. If they don't want to give their last name, that's fine. Their first name, their date of birth, and their main concern. And here's why, is because when we're picking up on voice vibrations are a life force of their own. They can go all over the place. So since we want to be able to get to the next person that's calling, we want to be able to focus the vibrations specifically on the person's concern.
I love you guys. Let's do it. Is
Okay,
what we're
let's
doing.
do it.
Live
Let's
call-in
do it.
shows. I'm telling you, these two, Carol and Suzanne, I've been like so amazing working with them. And what I want to say to everybody out there, we don't usually bring folks on right out of the gate, but this is not the only time you're going to hear from them. We're going to talk about, Spiritual D. We're going to be talking about that today. But in the meantime, this is a call-in show for you. If you're like me, you got a few things on your mind. You're wondering this, you're wondering that. Are you stuck? Maybe you're not stuck. Maybe you love your life, but you know that one little thing that you just can't seem to have come your way. Oh, what is it? The love of your life. Stay tuned. We're going to take a short break, everybody. 1-800-930-2819. Oh, I'm amazed already. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Tim Darter.
And I'm Steve Kramer.
Join us on Spirit Fire Radio. Discover how to add the mechanics of meditation to your day.
And watch yourself connect in a whole new way. Find the amazing moments in life's routines that often pass us by. Add to your awareness with Spirit Fire Radio.
Tune in each Wednesday at 9 a.m. for your weekly guide to practical mindfulness. And to learn more, visit www.spiritfireradio.com.
Get ready to rid yourself of all that is weighing you down and holding you back from living the life you want for yourself. Coming Clean, The Art of Transparency with Catherine Moss is a hit show for women in recovery who are ready to live life on purpose. Tune in and let Catherine help you live your truth one day at a time. Live each Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by
Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this.
We have so much to share.
Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases, it's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic.
Awaken to your radiant, authentic self. For over 15 years, Soul Purpose Advocate Nancy Monson has been focused on leading change in the lives of those looking to live their true purpose. She is devoted to supporting people in living a soul-directed life every day. Let Nancy help you overcome fear, worry, and doubt. Visit everydayspirituality.com to learn how Nancy can be your Soul Purpose Advocate.
The doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Boy, that's what I like. Oh my gosh. We've got so much going on here today. And you know, this is just like the tip of the iceberg about what you're going to experience with Carol and Suzanne here during their own show. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to go to the phones because I do not like keeping our listeners waiting on that phone line. They are just like, I'm here. Okay, we've got some new technology that's going to be able to have so many people talking and trying to call into the show. I don't even know what we're going to do then. But can you tell us a little bit before we go forward, what is the best way for people to find out about you? Because we always forget to tell people how they can schedule their own readings, how they can listen to the show. Carol, you want to give us an update, or is that Suzanne? Is that you?
Well,
either one of us.
Yeah, either one of us.
To learn more, you can visit our website at spirituald.com. It'll give you contact information, what our services are like, and pretty much what we do.
Yeah, Spiritual D stands for what, though? When they go there, what are they going to, Spiritual D, they're saying what?
Spiritual D is spiritual diagnostic. So basically what this is it's a spiritual diagnostic show, and our website is going to be telling you about the different types of spiritual conditions that we diagnose and how we go about it and how you can contact us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this is really exciting. Tell me a little bit about the radio show, because today we're introducing people that have not maybe heard about you before. But, that doesn't mean you haven't done radio before, because you've got a fabulous hit show. And now both of you are tag teaming to do a show together. That is a big, bold move, don't you think?
Yes, and we're very excited.
Very excited.
Very happy about it, too. So basically, our show is a diagnostic show. So it's going to be about diagnosing spiritual conditions. It's going to be about emotional release. It's going to be about symptoms and solutions. But in order for people to release certain energies, they have to be properly diagnosed. And some people have been misdiagnosed. Reading self-help books, fabulous. Yoga classes, meditation classes, all of these things are excellent. The thing is, though, you want to know what it is that needs to be released, the origin of it. So our show is going to be about diagnosing where this is coming from, what it is, and the method of healing and the method of meditations that should be applied to it. And we're having many different topics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're scratching the surface here today. I can't even begin to get into some of these other things, but we will talk about them today. I love it. And we're going to, later on in the show, we're going to tell people what that means. Why is it spiritual diagnosis? Why is that so important? You both have created this idea of bringing science and spirituality together, and that is totally, totally amazing. So I want to thank you both for all of that. Now, Mr. Benny,
yes,
I know
ma'am.
You've been busy.
Been madly busy.
Phones.
You know it.
I know it. Who do we want to bring on first?
Christine from Seattle, welcome to the show.
Christine.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much for your guys' work and help. And Dr. Pat, you are just such a beacon out there. So thank you.
Awesome. How can we help you today? Because we want to.
Well, yeah, so my name is Christine, and my birthday is October 31st, 1968. And I am, of course, a Scorpio. And I find that one of the things I wanted to ask about was,
sure.
I find that I do speak up, and I do, if somebody's getting harmed or if there's something happening, I choose my battles as I get older, of course, but I do step in and say something. What I find is interesting, I have no problem speaking up for myself, but what I find is interesting is it seems that right afterwards, within a short while, I feel completely, I don't want to say guilty, but something in there there's like it's almost like a drop-off or something. I'm not sure what it is.
That just happened to me.
Really?
That happened to you too? Oh my God!
It happened to me yesterday. There was a big one that happened yesterday, and people were so glad that I spoke up. But afterwards, I felt so bad for the person that was kind of being a jerk, even though I felt like, I remember hearing somebody say, when are we going to get to the point where we say, I love you to the world, and I love you, and you are going to jail?
Okay,
I think there are times that that's appropriate, but I don't know why I often feel this great big kind of hole, and it affected the rest of my afternoon yesterday. So I just thought I'd bring that up.
Let's see what the ladies have to say about that, ladies.
Yeah.
I'm definitely picking up on some vibrations about this. You know, when you talk about speaking up, that comes from the throat chakra, the expression, and the way that you express yourself and the way that you convey your truth. Your throat chakra is very responsible for that. However, your solar plexus chakra is where confidence is stored. The vibrations that I pick up from your voice is that you know what the truth is. You know what it is that you want to speak, but there's a little bit of a confidence issue, and it's not confidence within yourself. It's the confidence that what you are speaking and what you are putting out there is coming across in the way that you want it to. So, in other words, when you're telling somebody what it is that you're talking about, or what it is that your opinion is, or what it is that you're feeling, you may be finding yourself a little more caught up on their acceptance of what you're saying than actually just getting the point across. So there's a battle going on between that solar plexus and that throat chakra. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, you don't even know how dead on you are, because right after this incident happened, and I have a radio show as well, and I just turned a corner about 3 weeks ago, and I just stopped trying to candy coat everything. The other thing is that I've been having this issue with my solar plexus, and I thought, well, my office chair is just really not doing me any good. Yesterday, I found the perfect chair to support my solar plexus. So
awesome.
These are all things that just came together yesterday, and my partner said that the reason this person had showed up in my life was so that I could have a practice in letting go, just getting the message out and letting go.
Yes, because we want to get our messages across. We want to speak our truth, but sometimes we can get so caught up in how our truth is being received. Is the person understanding it? Is the person offended by it? Is it making an impact? Is it getting the point across? And sometimes what really needs to happen is we need to speak it and trust that the universe is going to either take it to the person in the way they need it or plant the seed that at a later time when that person is ready to understand it, it is going to grow and it's going to blossom.
Wow, that makes perfect sense. That is perfect for me to hear today, and I'm going to take my ego, the wounded part of the ego, out of this. I'm going to get the message out and do my work on letting go of that. It's really not my message anyway. It's the message that is to be there.
Absolutely. And good for you. Good for you for being so open to receive that.
Well, I figure I don't want to experience more pain than I have to.
Well, that's fantastic. That right there is a show in itself.
Yes, our class, we determine our class time, right? Well,
absolutely.
Thank you very much. You guys do blessed work, and I'm so glad you're out in the world. Thank you, and thank you, Dr. Pat.
Anytime. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you for calling in.
Awesome. Mr. Benny, let's stay on the phones if we could.
We'll do it. Missy from Snohomish, welcome to the show.
Hi, Missy.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, how can we help you?
Well, I have an issue that came up, and bursitis in my left shoulder. And so my birthday is 1/23/66. Other than that, I'm pretty healthy.
Bursitis in the shoulder, huh?
My left shoulder, yeah.
Left shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm picking up a little bit. Suzanne, are you picking up anything about that?
Well, one of the first vibrations when I heard her voice and I heard about the shoulder, I picked up that it could be from something that she experienced that is causing some type of tension spiritually, but yet affecting her on a physical level into the shoulder. So when you think about that and I spiritually connect to that, what I pick up is there could be definitely too much active movement within the throat chakra and the heart chakra, and also those chakras would be which closest to the shoulder, because you know where our heart is and our throat is. That's all one area. That's all connected. So definitely there's some kind of spiritual tension going on that's affecting her physically. And what are you picking up, Carol?
I'm picking up a burden, and I also picked up throat chakra and heart chakra, but I feel that there is a burden, something that needs to be released that is not even from a present circumstance. I'm picking up the vibrations of between 3.5 to 4 years ago, some situations that are being carried.
Up on past too.
Yeah, so, and I feel it's the past in this lifetime. It's some situations over the last 3.5 to 4 years that need to be placed down. You know, the expression, we're carrying a burden or the weight of the world on your shoulders, well, sometimes that literally starts to happen. If there's a burden that you are carrying emotionally and spiritually, you can feel that, and you can feel it physically. It's resting on your shoulder. And I feel that it does have to do with some disconnections that need to be made. You know, we focus a lot on connections, things that we need to connect to, but sometimes there's some people and situations that we need to disconnect from. Does that resonate with you? Can you feel the vibration of that?
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. What else do you feel going on there in that shoulder? Do you have a sense of something, or do you want to say something? I feel like you got something else you want to ask them.
No.
You good?
Yep, I'm good. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, Missy. 1-800-930-2819. We are taking your calls. Great show today. If you're feeling it, if you got something going on, is there something you want to talk about? You want to give us a shout here today. We're talking about spiritual and emotional healing, how it can transform your life, with Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans joining me here today. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about how each of these wonderful women work, what they do, what they offer, and how this all translates to giving you a new level of awareness and a solution. Let's take a short break, everybody. Mr. Benny, we'll be right back.
Shine On Radio. Find Your Shine with Kelly is the show that celebrates what makes you, you. Join co-hosts Kelly Wadler and Dr. Pat Basili as they break down how to brilliantly fuel and move your body and love what makes you shine. Kelly is a professional arts and wellness coach dedicated to helping brilliant women find their confidence, energy, self-love, and shine. Tune in to Shine On Radio with Kelly and find your shine on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Are you ready to start winning at the game of life? Lynn Brown, host of Get Into It, Winning at the Game of Life, is here to help you reach places and goals that you never thought possible. Lynn is an intuitive healer with a specialized background in financial healing. She combines her intuitive nature and her wholesome approach to financial planning. To learn more about her financial planning services, contact her personally at intuit.com.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
This is Peggy Snow, practitioner at Stellar Reflections, with a Stellar Reflections Minute. So many people these days are trying to find ways to relieve their stress. What happens to our breathing when we're feeling overwhelm and stress? When we tune in, we realize that we're either holding our breath or taking very shallow breath to signal the body that all is well, which most of the time it is. Sometimes all that is needed is a nice, deep breath to break the cycle. First, exhale to get all the stale air out by engaging the abdominal muscles and blowing gently. Next, take a nice full breath in, feeling it fill your body all the way down to your hips. Release fully and enjoy the freedom of movement. Notice how your body feels. Do you feel refreshed? Calmness is only a breath away. This has been a Stellar Reflections Minute. For more information about what we offer at Stellar Reflections, visit us at stellarreflections.com or call 425-999-9836. That's 425-999-9836.
Do you want to achieve your goals? Do you want to strengthen relationships with others? Do you want to improve your financial status? Colette Marie Steffen is partnering with Mark Kettenbach to bring you an Energetic Upgrade online experience. Unfold and develop your full potential. Visit energeticupgrade.com today for more information. That's energeticupgrade.com.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's so great to have all of you tuning us in and turning us on here at the Dr. Pat Show, Transformation Talk Radio, transformationradio.fm. We're so thrilled to be introducing all of you to two amazing women, Carol Dorian and Suzanne Evans, who are popping it out and doing Spiritual D Radio, which you're going to hear about. Today's show is spiritual and emotional healing. And we have opened up the phone lines, 1-800-930-2819. 1-800-930-2819. We've got some folks trying to call in. We also, Mr. Benny, we also have somebody waiting, but let's get some information first from Carol and Suzanne for those people that were not able to call into the show and how they can schedule their own time with Carol and with Suzanne. Carol, what's the best way for that to happen?
They can contact us at 312-898-2285. Again, that's 312-898-2285, or click onto our site, spirituald.com. So if you are hearing the show, some people are private, personal. They don't want to go on the air. If you want to call so that we can hear your voice vibrations after the show, we can answer any questions for you and tell you anything that you need to know about yourself, about ourself, and about our services. So spirituald.com or 312-898-2285.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And, today we're taking on the conversation of healing. We're also taking on the conversation of what does it mean for us to clear out some of the things that are getting in our way. Let's go right to the phones again if we could. Mr. Benny, who do we have?
Cheryl from Kent. Cheryl, welcome to the show.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi there. Hi.
How can we help you today?
Well, I need to probably get some help with I'm very empathetic, and yet I think I have a lot of truth that I need to be sharing, and maybe moving up in the job that I'm in now, but I always have a sense of what everyone feels around me, and there's a lot of negativity in the office right now. And so that kind of stops me, and it confuses me from sharing my truth and helping out. And I guess that also is how it is in my private life as well. I tend to know what people are thinking a little bit, and it stops me from sharing my own truth.
I'm definitely feeling some vibes about that. How about you, Suzanne?
Yeah, I am feeling some vibes. One of the first vibes that I got from her voice vibrations was definitely overly active in the third eye chakra and in the crown chakra, which is our spiritual awareness and our intuitiveness and our intuition. Definitely there's a lot of energy going on there, overly active. And what are you picking up, Carol?
Well, I do feel that you do have some gifts that you may be aware of and that you may not be aware of. So in order to be in a room and feel everything that's going on around you, that can happen even for people who are not in touch with their gifts. You're just feeling the vibrations of the room. But the way that you're feeling it, I do feel that you have some heightened awareness that maybe you haven't totally delved into or expanded. The next thing that I'm picking up is that there's some sensitivity that is going on in your aura due to some unresolved issues. So imagine your aura being a magnet. Imagine the energy field pulling in energy, but imagine it pulling in more than what you can process. So it's like Suzanne was saying, there's overactivity going on. You're taking in so much energy so rapidly, and before you can process what it is that you're taking in, there's already more coming in. So this is a burden on the aura, and it's causing sensitivity because it doesn't have time to filter and process what it is that you're taking in. A few of the situations that could be causing this, I don't know how personal I should be on the air. I'm just going to tell you something that I'm picking up topically. One of the things that could be causing this, and I feel is causing this, is some situations that you do not have closure with in your personal environment, that you have not completely processed. There's also something else that I'm picking up that is maybe too personal to go into on the air, so you might want to call after the show.
Yes.
At 312-898-2285, or click on to spirituald.com, and we'll make some time to talk to you. There's definitely something that you need to know about, and that I feel that it is time for you to address in order for you to filter it and move through.
Oh. Well, I can think of a couple of things.
Yeah, but again, I'm sure, you probably want to do that in private, and, it's up to you how you want to go about it. We like to honor your privacy.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Give him a call later.
I think probably.
Yeah.
I do think that I gather so much information that I can't possibly process it, and it stops me from, especially in the office situation, from doing what I need to do because I'm being sensitive to everyone else's feelings and thoughts.
Oh, yes. It's overactivity. It's definitely some crown overactivity. Absolutely. And we can, at the end of the show, if you want to call, we can diagnose what is causing that. Why is that overactivity there? And what you can do to move through that and filter out some of that energy that's not serving your purpose and path.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense, right? Totally.
Yeah, it does. It would be nice to be less active. Or be able to process it or something.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, boy, I'm feeling you. I get it. I get that going on. Oh, my God. Wow. Thank you for calling in. You have the call-in information, but we're going to mention it again. Thank you so much for calling in. And for those of you out there, thanks, Cheryl. Awesome. I love that. And thank you both for honoring her privacy in the matter.
Absolutely.
There's nothing more important than that. For those folks that are trying to call in, 1-800-930-2819, please give us a shout. Also, I would love for you, again, to give out your website, before we get into a nice heated conversation about all of this, okay?
Absolutely. It's spirituald.com, or you can call 312-898-2285.
Awesome. Let's talk about the premiere of the show, Spiritual Diagnostics, right?
Yes.
Psychic Answers, Spiritual Solutions.
Yes.
I love this, you both, we've been working on this together, all of us here, and I just want to check in with you to tell us a little bit about the show. And are you excited about it?
I am so excited.
Very excited.
Absolutely. So what I can tell you about the show is that we do have psychic ability. We are psychics, but more than psychics, in conjunction with that, we are visionaries, which means that we are able to see the conditions and diagnose them that are storing themselves in the chakras, the aura, in the spiritual realm. So in our show, we're going to be touching on diagnosing the underlying causes and origins of certain types of blocks and certain situations that we desire to move through in our life. So we're going to be talking about emotional release. We're going to be covering symptoms and solutions for certain types of chakra blocks, energy blocks, what can be done to tap into the energies that propel us and tap into the energies that are keeping us stagnant and release them. So basically, we're going to be doing a lot of diagnostic, meditative topics.
Awesome. And providing people with solutions in real time.
Absolutely.
And be able, and wherever that's not possible for people, of course, what will happen is they'll be able to contact you directly, just like today. You know, for those of you that were attempting to reach us through our instant message, it's important that, you know that if you don't get into the show today, it doesn't mean you're not able to get some help. So we want to make sure that all of you know that as we continue the dialogue here today and talk about what this means. What is spiritual healing? How does it work? And I would love to know from each of you, before we go to break, we're going to take a short break, but I would like to know what types of spiritual healing methods are there. When we come back from break, let's take the journey with both Carol and with Suzanne. And let's look into the world of spiritual healing methods, what they've learned, and how these psychic answers turn into spiritual solutions. Let's take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Vadili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com, and sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran Access Consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere, with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
Disease, one of the most dreaded words in our vocabulary. Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. Did you know traditionally we have viewed disease as a degenerative process? Disease is better understood when we view it as dis-ease in the human body. Dis-ease means without ease. Health is not merely the absence of disease, it's when every part of the body works together effortlessly, relaxed and at ease. It's that relaxed state that lets energy flow in waves through and around the entire body. Every organ has an electrical charge, and when overcharged or undercharged, dis-ease occurs. And it is an effort to go through our day. We are able to determine the exact dis-ease of the body and design a specific solution to correct the nutritional imbalance. Contact us at 888-777-4232. That's 888-777-4232. And visit us at maryjanemack.com.
My play, The United States of China, is about the trial of Miriam Hopkins, who is a metaphor for all that America stands for. It's the year 2018. America has become the United States of China. We've owed China trillions of dollars we cannot pay. Consequently, we default.
How long do you think it will take this financial empire to crash and crumble? Just like that.
This is more than a play experience. It's a movement to create awareness and empower people to be in action. We are strong together. We will always prevail. Get your tickets today at americathestrong.com. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's so great to be connecting with all of you. I just fired up today. I love to start my week like this. Just get out there and do it, Pat. But I don't have to do it alone. I got a couple of buds joining me here today. Yeah, just be me, spiritual and emotional healing. And you know what Carol and Suzanne going to talk about throughout their show, and when they're on here with me, of course, is to look at the many pathways and methods to healing. And that's what this segment is about. It's like, okay, you know, we think, wow, okay, they're psychics. Yes, they're this. Yes, they're that. But no, they have an enormous toolkit. So enormous, actually, that I couldn't even touch it during the introduction for fear of leaving some things out. So I would love to hear from each of you. Tell us about the toolkit that each of you has, because I think they are different. Carol, how about you? Let's start with you.
Okay. I have the ability to feel vibrational frequencies. You know, one thing that we both have in common is we can see the aura and we can see the energy. The vibrational frequencies, how it's different is that when I am in a person's presence, I can feel what they are holding on to and what they have been giving off for a period of this lifetime and prior lifetimes. So what that means is that if they are bringing in an experience or an unresolved issue from a past lifetime, or they're holding on to something from their childhood, I know what that feels like. I know what the consistency of that vibration feels like. And through that, I am taking them through guided meditations to show them, not explain to them, okay, this is exactly what it is. Before I explain to them, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm feeling, I'm introducing them through an inward journey to what they are feeling, allowing them to see it and feel it as close to the level that I can, and then explaining to them what it is that it all means, where it's come from, and what we can do to release that.
Wow. I mean, what you're really talking about is, in the world we live in today, there are so many things that we are bombarded by that we don't even get a sense of what the thing is that's getting under our skin. I mean, you heard it today when Christine called in.
Yes.
You know, the whole idea of having a voice in a situation. And it's really interesting because she and I went through the same thing yesterday. You know, I had an opportunity to decide if we were going to stand up for ourselves, but not in a crazy way like I did when I was young, but in a way that says, you know, perhaps we should chat about what expectations are. You know, perhaps we should chat about how to work together, right? You know, it's time for a little chat before we get too far down the road and then look at each other and say, wow, I think that promises are not being kept. But what you're talking about is sometimes we go through life, we don't do that, we build resentments, and then it just weighs us down. And can it affect us in our bodies too? Suzanne, right? It can affect us in our bodies.
Yes, it can.
So tell us about how you work with folks.
Well, how I work with folks, you know, I'm a psychic, I'm a Reiki master, I have the ability to see and feel the aura. So I have the ability, if somebody's, you know, with me, I can see their aura. If it's not, you know, if it's a phone consultation, I can feel their aura. So those are my abilities. And what are my methods to healing is when I'm feeling or seeing someone's aura, having an understanding of what is going on in their aura, what needs to be there, what shouldn't be there, and getting them on the right path and the right method of releasing what is negative, releasing those obstacles, releasing what is not supposed to be there. And one of the tools that I use to have this ability is through crystal vibration, crystal healing, to absorb that what is negative, to absorb those obstacles and to release them, to help that person get on the path that they are meant to be on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because what we are talking about is talking about how people get to choose to show up in life. But we don't always know, do we, Suzanne? I want to ask you, you have worked with a lot of people from a lot of walks of life. And I know that as you move forward, you're going to be doing a show. There are going to be things that people, get to chat with you about. I want to ask each of you this question. What is your sense of what people are longing for today in the world? What is your sense? And I know we only have 3 minutes or so left, but what is your sense of what kind of healing has to happen here today? Carol, you want to go first, and then we'll bump it over to Suzanne.
I feel that people are longing to understand their self and to find fulfillment. If I had, it's 3 minutes is such a short time, but it's self-understanding and fulfillment.
Wow. Suzanne, how about you?
Well, if I had to, make it short, I would have to say finding stableness within, finding stableness and confidence within our decisions, who we are, what the universe has in store for us, having confidence within.
Yeah.
That's what I would have to say. Understanding of our mind, our body, our spirit, and, just learning how to accept what is meant for us and what is not, and being on that right path.
Yeah. I mean, you said something really interesting that I really love is I think we're second guessing ourselves as well. So that idea of confidence, I think, is so important because, when we second guess ourselves, our mind kicks in and puts spirituality or awareness or a connection to the divine in the backfield. And I think, aren't you both talking about bringing that to the forefront?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So if we took everything that she's saying and I'm saying and you're saying together, confidence and discernment.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for a great show. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is the best way for people to find out about your upcoming show? What is the best way for people to schedule sessions with you? All of the above.
You can log on to our website at spirituald.com or give us a call at 312-898-2285.
Awesome. Thank you both for joining me here today. And thank you so much for all that you do. And again, folks will be able to listen to you on radio, contact you for a session. All of the above, everybody. Spiritual D. You're not going to forget that. Stay tuned. We'll get another hour coming up here.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.